The guns stopped firing in 1865, but the Blue Ridge did not return to what it had been. Reconstruction in the mountains did not look like Reconstruction in the lowlands. There were no grand plantations to rebuild, no major cities to occupy. Instead, there were valleys full of suspicion, widows seeking pensions, men accused of massacre, former Confederates under indictment, and a Cherokee population navigating survival in a nation that had just torn itself apart. This is Echoes of the Blue Ridge. I'm North Carolina Realtor Ryan Phillips. After the Shelton Laurel executions, investigations followed. Conflicting testimony, political rivalries. Governor Zebulon Vance had demanded order during the war. Now questions of responsibility lingered. Lieutenant Colonel James A. Keith was indicted. He denied ordering the executions. He claimed higher command responsibility. Records contradicted each other. Primary documents were sparse. Oral tradition filled the gaps. Some fled west. Some were jailed. Some escaped. But in Shelton Laurel, the dead remained. A granite marker was placed decades later. Descendants still trace their family lines back to those 13 men and boys. Reconstruction laws could shift power. They could not shift memory. In the Southern Highlands, the end of the war did not produce unity. Bushwhackers did not vanish overnight. Economic hardship lingered. Inflation and scarcity had already reshaped mountain life. And then there was identity. Unionist families, Confederate families, mixed families. In some cases, both loyalties lived under one roof. The Blue Ridge did not rebuild around a single narrative. It rebuilt around coexistence. For the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, survival continued. William Holland Thomas's earlier land purchases had preserved a foothold, but Reconstruction and federal policy remained unpredictable. Cherokee families who had remained in the mountains now had to navigate a post-war nation that was redefining its citizenship, sovereignty, and power. The mountains had protected them once, but protection was no longer just geography. It was law, it was negotiation, it was persistence. If you drive through Madison County today, or past Buckner Gap along Interstate 26, or stand quietly in Shelton Laurel, you are not standing on a battlefield monument. You're standing in living communities, communities where memory passed from generation to generation. The Civil War in the Blue Ridge was not decided in a single charge. It was absorbed, settled into the land, and folded into the identity of the mountains themselves. Next time on Echoes of the Blue Ridge, we step away from war and into something older still. Stone walls in the woods, unmarked earthworks, fortifications whose builders are debated. But even after the war, the deeper mysteries of the Blue Ridge remain. Until then, listen carefully. The echoes are still here.